Were you able to escape that which, engulfed so many others?
On the morning of the disaster, first of all, we went to school as normal, as we did. Then we got into the classroom. The teacher came in. Then all of a sudden, there was this loud, like a rumbling noise, very, very loud. We all thought it was like an aeroplane or something coming down, but obviously it was the slurry. We didn't know at the time. But then the walls started cracking, and all this mud, slurry, wet water, I know, so daft. Wet slurry came in. The teacher then got the desk to the window. Now, in them days, the windows we couldn't see out the windows because in the old-fashioned schools, they were high windows. So what she did, she put a table, small little one of our desks, up against the wall, grabbed the chair, smashed some of the window, held us, well, she basically not threw us out the window, but helped us out the window. And there was somebody the other side. I learned after that it was the caretaker that was outside. He grabbed us, and we was told to run home. But in the meantime, as he was lifting us out, I just turned to my left, and I couldn't understand where this mountain had come from, because we'd only just gone in through the door. And I couldn't understand, so we was told to run home, go home to our parents.
And I mean, obviously, it almost goes without saying that you must have lost friends and others, teachers that you were so familiar with, and for something so absolutely unthinkable and unimaginable. What was once you were out, once that teacher had moved you through the window, and you say you look back and saw a mountain, what did you witness as the next moments and the rest of the time began to pass?
First of all, I come back to memories in the classroom. That's all we could do was like shouting and screaming and crying. No, we didn't know. But when I was held out through the window, I said I turned left to look at the mud. We was told that, but I just looked back, and it was just one big black mountain. I couldn't understand what it was or where it came from at the time. So, bear in mind, I was 6 years of age. I was frightened. I was on my own, told to run home. So I did. I ran home. I got back down. I was only a couple of minutes or so from where I lived from the school, so I didn't have to go far. I got home. In them days, the front door was always left open, so my mother was in the house. And she said, what's the matter, Gareth? What are you doing home? I said, I don't know, Mum. I said, a mountain had come down to school. And she said, don't be so daft, boy. What's the matter? Where have you been? You were stinking dirty. I was covered in black dust, coal. My trousers up to my knees was soaking wet. And I said, I don't know, Mum, school. She said, don't talk daft. What's the matter with you, boy? So next thing in, one of our neighbours, a couple of minutes later, one of our neighbours had come in, and she said, Reenie, which was my mother, she said, Reenie, there's been an accident at the school. She said, I don't know, there's a lot going on up there. You better come quick. So my mother then, by that time in, all the slurry and everything was coming through our house. It was coming through the front door and out the back door. I mean, this was thick, slurry, black, smelly, dirty water coming through our house.